the gas pressure up in order to keep it.
There, it dropped.
What do you mean by environmental racism?
It's environmental racism because what we need to realize is that within the south side of Providence there is already 95 that cuts across the whole community, and there's already a lot of toxic release that comes out of diesel trucks, cars, and all that diesel emission basically rains on into the community. That's why there's such high rates of asthma within that community. Then you also have what National Grid on the Port of Providence, what National Grid already has there, which is like the chemical plant and the what's it called? The treatment plant and all that also has additional pollution, whether it be to the water and to the air. And so that's something else that also gets put into this community that already has a lot of environmental illnesses, environmental-based illnesses. Yeah, so, and especially if it's something that someone else is, everyone is using, it can be built somewhere else and not in our backyard.
Sure, and let me ask you this, do you know, like, what do you think the effects on things like community gardening is, like?
Well, already they're really bad because of the highway being there. All that gets, all that leaches into the ground and gets put into the ground, and there is no actual place where we can have a community garden within this community. If so, we have to have like raised beds and stuff like that.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's that within community garden. So there's no.
And this is like right in the community. It's right in the edge, right on the river, the bay. It's right on the bay.
It's right at the bay. Also, it's very dangerous because within it being built right on the port, it has its own like. First of all, like last month on the 22nd, there was like a small earthquake over there at the bay.
Right inside. That was where it was, right?
Right where it was, right where they're trying to build this compression site. Well, not the liquefaction site.
LNG.
Yeah, LNG site.
Yeah, I know. I've been getting around my head.
Yeah. And so when you're looking at that and looking at disasters and how things can happen, if something was to go wrong within that, it has like half a mile radius of like explosion site, and then off of that, National Grid has its other stuff that's along that that has its own radius. That once that goes, like that's like all of like Southside Providence, and a piece of like East Side and a piece of like downtown.
So you think East Side people should be worried too?
I think they should. I think everyone in Rhode Island should be worried about everything, especially in Providence.
So what would you rather see? What kind of interview sources would you rather see come in?
As of that, I'm not a professional with that, so I can't speak on that.
But you just don't want to have like something.
I just don't want to have it.
A big poisonous thing.
And then they say that it's like creating jobs, but also like it's only creating 150 temporary jobs that it's going to be probably an outside company that's going to come do construction, and then to run the facility, it only takes 4 people. Who are folks who need a lot of experience. So that's no one that's within our community that is actually going to get those jobs. It's going to be folks that they have within their own community coming into these jobs. So they're not really creating any jobs. So no one's really benefiting from that. And that's that.
Public, members of the public to really understand the